As a musician, one of my greatest influences comes from Nigeria. Fela Kuti. Through his music, he confronted government corruption, multinational corporations, and police brutality. In a career that spanned 4 decades, he recorded over 50 albums and performed frequently in concert. When Fela died, over 1 million of his fellow Nigerians came to pay their respects. His youngest son, Seun, was only 14 when he decided to save the band and carry on as its leader. 11 years later, Seun is releasing his first album with the last of Fela's great bands, Egypt 80. I wanted to know what kind of a person would try to follow in Fela's massive footsteps.
Fela Kuti was undoubtedly the most significant musician to have ever come out of Sub-Saharan Africa. He's had an immense influence on me, my band, and countless others, and his spirit is living on in his children. So from my neighborhood in Peckham, we're going to the chaos of Lagos. We're going to meet Seun Kuti.
The first thing you notice about Ikeja, the famous suburb of Lagos, is the intensity of life here. Lagos is the largest city in Africa and the economic capital of Nigeria. It's aggressive, it's competitive, it's poverty-stricken. It's like no other place I've been to. The electricity supply, if you're lucky enough to have it, is at best erratic. And the local newspapers are full of stories of officials caught with their hands in the till. It's this inequity and corruption that Fela set out to challenge. Fela was imprisoned 200 times. On one occasion, he spotted the word Kalakuta etched on the wall of his cell. The word, which means rascal, stayed with him. And on his release, he set up the Kalakuta Republic, a commune of young rebellious people. Fela declared it a state within a state.
In this very special place.
Welcome to Kalakuta.
Right, yeah. Well, I've dreamed about this place.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
I heard about the Kalakuta Republic a very long time ago.
Now you're here.
Yeah, and it must feel really great that it's still here.
That's right. That's right. That's
despite police raids,
all the tribulations and fires and try to close the place down. Wow, survival of the fittest. That's
Today, Seun still lives in his father's house. This is its second incarnation because the first one was burnt down by 1,000 soldiers.
Performance, yes.
Well, those are old shoes. We kept the really good ones far away from the people. We don't want them to steal it.
Before they start.
Very pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, yeah. Okay, you guys.
So this is your floor?
Yeah, me and my brother, sister's floor. Yeah, my brother's room is right there. My sister's room is in there. There's someone in there as well.
There's a lot of people around. It's like, it seems like, as I said, automatically there's a kind of real creative environment here.
Yeah.
People are coming to the camera and saying their philosophy, you know, in music, in rap, whatever, you know. I mean,
true.
What is it about the Kalakuta Republic, do you think, that encourages this?
Yeah, I think he's just, you know, that was what the place was created for, and it had just never lost that spirit, I guess, you know. So I guess, not guess really, it's a certainty that people are naturally attracted to creativity, so yeah, that's why. Really.
And is this this is obviously something unique in Lagos. I mean, there's nothing else quite like this?
Well, yeah, no house is quite like this one, for sure.
So what do you think is special about it? What gives it this?
I guess my dad.
Yeah?
Yeah, that must be the key ingredient in this whole special dish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, what he stood for. Because, you know, basically the house is a house where everybody's supposed to be equals and you leave the gates open 24 hours.
Afrobeat's immediately distinguishable by its striking syncopation. Fela melded traditional Yoruba rhythms with the jazz highlife that was popular at the time. For Seun and Egypt 80, Afrobeat is a way of life, and the pressures to continue its legacy are immense.
That place, it's kind of important. Don't just play it like British people. No. Triplets. Fine, body.
Reminder. You lost someone?
No, fine. My trumpeter, he didn't come on Wednesday, he didn't come today. So he's getting his ass fine. Memo, reminder, to do. Yes, that's what I want to do. Fine, body, only.
Is that how it's always worked? You find musicians that are late? And
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
You know, the black man is through his pockets. If you beat him, he will recover. I'm telling you, Africans are strong. If you beat him, he will recover. If you yab him, he doesn't care. If you talk to him, he goes in from this ear, comes out from this ear. But aim the pocket, I'm telling you, obedient, and you'll never do it again.
I mean, it seems to me that one of the reasons you guys have survived is because of that, the discipline.
yes, that's
Is that the heart?
discipline. Yes.
So actually, we are seen as the most indisciplined group of musicians in this world.
It doesn't sound like it.
They don't know, in this country, they don't know what it means to be a professional band. How many people have bands, you know? Because they see everywhere we are together, talking, loud, having fun. They say we are indisciplined. We're supposed to be quiet and looking.
Like a symphony orchestra.
No, man, fuck them, man.
Like a symphony orchestra.
Today, Egypt 80 is a mixture of living legends and younger talent. For Seun, it must be an enormous challenge to lead his father's former band, but you get the sense that all the musicians, young and old, are behind him.
You'll be doing songs that you've written with Seun, and you're not doing the focus of the album is not on Fela's music, it's on Seun and your
Seun
music.
and the Egypt 80.
Yes.
It's on the focus is on Seun and the Egypt 80. You see, we cannot divest this band from the owner of the band, Fela Kuti. But then we can only perform his songs where people request, when we travel or wherever we play, people make a request, we must be ready to give it to them.
Right.
But we should be doing our own thing, and that's what we are doing, and that's what the record is all about.
Fela died in 1997 of a heart failure as a complication of AIDS. And some have said that he really died of disappointment. After almost 30 years of social and political campaigning, he felt that nothing had changed. Bekan Animation, affectionately known as Baba Ani, was key in the development of Afrobeat. He was with Fela at the beginning.
And judging by the events over the years, I have the belief that I am preserved to see Seun through the continuity. You see? So that's it. I've taken it as a mantle, and I'm glad. I'm very happy about the outcome.
African problems, too much to talk about.
African problems,
too much to think about.
African problems,
too much to shout about.
African problems,
too much to sing about. But I must talk. I go the singer, I go the shouter, make them they hear am. I must to talk. I go the singer, I must to shout am, make them they hear am. I say lots away.
fast fighting, fast fighting,
Say lots away.
fast fighting, fast fighting.
I want to take the people new mentality. When them appreciate African superiority. When they don't know something supposed to be. Now they don't put up for the mediocrity. Our peace and liberty. They want to live in the pain and poverty. No one that study the government policy. When it comes to sell out to the top of memory.